So, eating disorders are complex mental health problems, and there is, of course, an interplay between genetics and environment. But importantly, why someone develops an eating disorder is unlikely down to one thing. So often it's a various combination of different factors: genetics, psychological, emotional difficulties, adverse life experiences, stressful life events, etc. One question we often do get asked is about the role of social media in eating disorders. And I think it is important to acknowledge that eating disorders existed before social media. They are serious mental health problems. And it's worth thinking about the impact that social media has. I mean, it's around us. Social media is a big part of the world that we're living in at the moment. And there are, of course, helpful aspects to that in the way that we can connect, how we might use that in a fun way, as long as, we use it in a healthy way. But one key issue we see in people with eating disorders is a real sort of struggle around shape and weight issues. And with that comes sometimes a lot of comparison making with other people, their bodies, etc. So social media in this way can provide instant access to content where these comparisons can take place more easily. So in this way, social media can magnify the issues that people with eating disorders are already struggling with. There are also a lot of mixed messages we see regarding body shape and weight, the latest fad diets, and sometimes there are unrealistic messages regarding what a healthy body should look like. And, it's worth thinking about. So much of what we see is filtered. Often we end up comparing how we look in the mirror to a highly edited or filtered picture. And this also applies to real people posting online. And I think it's really important to keep that in mind when you're viewing content on social media. And sadly, there are also sometimes lots of unhelpful and pro-eating disorder sites. What I would encourage people to do is, when you're using social media, really check in with yourself afterwards and see, how are you feeling? How has this made me feel? If it's made you feel anxious, miserable, if it's affecting your self-esteem, then that's a clue it's not helpful. And there are things you can do. So consider unfollowing. Consider reducing the amount of time you're spending on social media, and really think about the type of information you're viewing.